So you should really be going through an overall brand strategy process before you start deleting anything or recategorizing or retagging. It is going to be a step in your rebranding process, but it shouldn't be the first thing you do.
A lot of people have just massive amounts of categories and tags in the back end of their sites and on their posts, and they've tagged it with 20 different things. And that's overwhelming to the reader. Even people, I used to love to do that. We'll go back and read a blog post and then look at the tags and say, well, I read this post because I'm interested in this topic. So, hey, there's a keyword for this topic. Let me just keep going. And I would dig and I would go through and I would very much engage with people's blogs in that manner. But when you get to some where they've just got a keyword stack that's this tall on the screen and you're already at a little tiny font, that's just too much to wade through. So when we do the content inventory, we just go back and look at, okay, what are the broad, I like to keep 3 to 5 categories at the top level categories. And then tags, you can have as many tags as you want. But when it gets to actually putting them on the post, I try to keep that to a smaller number. And there's no right size because everybody's blog and their content, it's all going to be different. But I do try to right size that down to where it's just a manageable chunk of tags for that blog post so that they're not overwhelmed when they look at that.
And I would definitely caution that this is a step that should not be done before you know where the brand is going. So you should really be going through an overall brand strategy process before you start deleting anything or recategorizing or retagging. It is going to be a step in your rebranding process, but it shouldn't be the first thing you do. If your mind needs the clarity of what content do I keep, you can start this in a spreadsheet so that it gives you a safe space to do that. But the reason I'm saying you don't want to just get in there and delete it is because if you haven't crafted the brand story, like what is the reason I'm pivoting? What is the new passion that I have? How do I want to put that out there? Then you don't actually know how you can categorize the content. Right. So you've really got to do that in the right order. Make sure you've got the right steps. So if this is something you're doing on your own, I would say make sure you're fully cognizant, have all your coffee or your green tea, talk to your VA and your right-hand person, right? Get your integrator involved. Make sure that you're not making snap decisions on this. And if you're doing this with a team, hopefully they have a really set out process like we do that's going to guide you through step by step the right way to do it and make sure that it fully fits into the new brand direction that you're pivoting to. There's so many parts of a rebrand that are involved. How do I even know if I'm ready for a rebrand? My content is just one little sliver of it. Well, guess what? We have a free quiz for you. If you go to leftrightlabs.com/quiz, you're going to be able to take a quiz that helps you figure out where are you in your rebrand process. Like it will help you assess each area of a rebrand and how healthy you are in that place and how strong your brand is. So we highly recommend that you do that. Please make sure that you take a second. If this has helped you out today, go ahead, like and subscribe. Share this with somebody else who is going through a pivot in their own business, and reach out and tell us what you want to learn more about next.